What's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Man, I'm about to go dark on this thing, but I'm gonna talk to you guys about some stuff. So don't freak out when I cut the lights off because I'm driving. All right. So listen, and is this a listening one, like a podcast or something? I don't know. However you want to see it. So what I wanted to talk about, I get calls on like how are you staying busy? How are you able to hire more guys? How are you, got employees working for you? Where are you finding this work at? And I think that's one of the biggest challenges with growing your company is, finding the work that you want to do and landing it, right? And actually doing it, and then having those customers pay you on time so you can make payroll, get your salary, and make your company some money as well. Well, looking for work is a everyday job, and this is why I'm in that growth state right now, like growing. I got the office. We're getting ready to do some work at the office, so we can actually be there and work and get a lot done. And then I'm structuring things a little bit differently now. So my partner will stay in the office and bid on work, and I will go out, supervise the jobs out in the field, and bring in more work, and sometimes I'll estimate. But I got my partner in the office constantly spitting out estimates all the time, every day. Because so one thing is this, and I keep going back to this, is knowing your numbers, right? Knowing your operating margin. Where do you need to be at to be able to operate, to cover your overhead, cover your salary, your partner's salary, your office, your insurance, your insurances, your bills, all this stuff, right? So what that sales target is. I know what that sales target is. What job, how much work we need to land per month. And that's key to know that, because now that tells me the size and the type of projects that I want to go after, right? So every day you need to be looking for work. Now, what sucks is that for the ones that are doing job by job, so you're doing the job, and then you finish the job, then you're looking for the next job. That right there is just going to get you caught up and behind, and not in. You're never going to grow, But we all start out that way. I started out that way, where I was doing a job at a time, and I realized, like, I'm not making anything. How can I do more jobs? And then, I came up with the excuse that, I don't want no one to mess up my jobs. I don't want no one to screw things up or piss a customer off. And, I came up with all these reasons on why I shouldn't hire someone to do the job, or I'm not going to be making money. But you're thinking small. And it took me a long time to get out of that stinking thinking and get to an area where, hey, how do I expand? How do I grow? And during all this time, I had a 9-to-5. I was working somewhere, right? And trying to grow and trying to do jobs on the weekend. And then some of those jobs I had to work during the day, so I had to have people there. So I had to trust people, and I had to go there after work and go there doing work, and, do whatever I can to get this job moving along and complete it. And, I messed up on a lot of things, and you're probably going to mess up on a lot of things too. But that experience is so valuable. And that experience allows me to have this channel to share these things with you guys. But, I'm looking for work every day. Like right now, I left a job right now, and I spent, probably about an hour, solid hour, looking at jobs. I'm signed up on a few websites where I can look at jobs and kind of, save the link, pull up the plans, and so I got a few jobs, maybe 2 jobs out of the whole time I was looking that we may go after. and they're due here within the next few days. So my goal is to build up a pipeline of jobs to bid on. So when my partner gets done bidding on, he should be bidding on 3 jobs at a time, right? You're like, whoa, 3 jobs at a time. Yeah, he should be bidding on 3 jobs at a time. That one estimator should be able to bring in, it can easily bring in 5 mil, easily bring in 5 mil. If they know what they're doing, they're skilled at what they're doing, and they know how to handle multiple projects, and they utilize the staff, the assistants that's around them, right? And you create formulas to allow you to get faster at this, and then have someone there to do your takeoffs. You have someone there doing your takeoffs that takes out half the work there. So looking at jobs every day is key. Don't let a day go by that you're not looking or bidding on the next project. So I talked about this in other videos. So for the ones that are out there that are, you're starting out, or maybe you're just in a rut. You've been doing it for 12 years, right? Like 12-year number is like real deal for people, right? Like we stay in this rut of doing one job after the next job after the next job, and not really making any money and being successful at this. But you got to understand that, when you get off of work, you're tired because you've been swinging a hammer, finishing concrete, doing plumbing all day, and now you need to go home and do this bid that this customer has been hounding you about, and they want to give you the work on. So now you're tired and you can't do it, and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it at work, and none of that ever gets done. I even say that nowadays, like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it when I get to this job. No, not going to do it. Do it right now, do it at home. But one of the key things that you need to do to be able to, go after other work while you're doing another job is you got to conserve your energy. Okay, that mental work is different from the physical work. Okay, you can do that physical work all day, but once you get to the point where you need to estimate a job, that requires mental. Now, if your physical is tired, then you're not going to be able to get that mental work done. It's just going to be exhausting, right? I don't care if you take a Red Bull or whatever; it might get you flowing for a little bit, but then it'll catch up to you. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you have the right people on board on the job that can kind of take up this little slack that you need to have. So you need to kind of pace yourself on the jobs and kind of conserve that energy, because you need to, when you get home or back to the office, you must complete those jobs. You must turn in those invoices. You must review those plans, and you have to actively take account of this. You must. If you don't, then you always going to be working at minimum wage, jumping from job to job after one finishes. So you gotta push. You gotta kind of back away there and stop going at 120%. Maybe give a 75%, so you can give that other percentage at 25% to doing those plans and landing that next job. No sense you've been exhausted, you got other work that you need to do. One of my viewers, said that, hey, as a construction entrepreneur, we wear many hats, but to successfully fulfill those many positions and items that we need to do, we gotta figure out a way to put us in the right position to be successful. Okay, and that's one of the ways. You just gotta dial it back a little bit. You're the owner. Dial it back. Make sure you complete that stuff that you need to complete at the end of the day or at the night. Okay, but let me go back to looking at projects. So as I was looking up these projects, one of the places I went to look at projects was on Craigslist. It's like, man, why are you going to Craigslist if you're already, running work, man? That's backtracking. You know what? Backtracking is sort of what it is, especially if you find that wrong customer that that don't want to accept your pricing because they're receiving pricing from unlicensed individuals like I once was. Okay, let's not forget that journey there, right? But those are not my customers, right? But when I do go on Craigslist, one of the things I'm looking for is that customer, that commercial customer, that high development customer that's looking for someone that they just can't find. This is where people go. Nonetheless, like even when I'm looking for contractors, that my plumber can't come through. Now the second plumber can't come through, and they can't make it through. That's what I do. Hold on here. This is a call. I'm about to take this call.